All right, looks like we're connected. So it's Friday. Wanted to have fun with a collared shirt today when I was taking calls. So I just wanted to shoot this video real quick, just because I got off a call and I felt very inspired by the conversation. And it comes across a lot, especially when I talk to creatives, where people feel like their family or their environment stops them. It stifles their their creativity, and it's figuring out how to get past that, because a lot of creatives, they'll end up like avoiding or pushing away the thing that they're meant to do in life. And as we know, life only happens once. So what do we want to do with that gift? So I was talking to this guy today, and I'll keep the story pretty general. He is always being compared to his brother, older brother, that's taken the conventional route of going to law school, becoming a lawyer, starting a family, and going that route. And when the conversation opened up, he's always compared to that sort of model of how to live life, because that's what his mom, that's what his dad did. And the overall theme was being able to provide security for himself, because that's what security is. Now, this guy, he's a free spirit. Right now, he's traveling around, he's writing, and it's not like he's like living like a derelict type of style. Granted, he's not going to buy a home soon, but he's doing okay. And he's having this issue with constantly wanting to try to find where the security is in its life, because he thinks like security is going to then make other people happy. But because he's constantly trying to make other people happy, there's this theme of constantly running away. So the thought came up, especially after talking to another coach about this personally, is there is a difference between security and actually having freedom, right? And when I talked to this guy and figured out what his values were, the theme that came up was being free. And there was this negative self-talk when it came to like security and feeling secure and not being secure, and figuring out what the positive intent was behind that security was to like make everyone else happy so that he could finally be free. And once he kind of said that out loud, you can feel like the kind of energy change a little bit. And here's the thing, the lesson that I got from having this conversation, and just in general, when you're going after security, you have to give up freedom. And for some people, that's what they want in life. The more things they give up, that's what they want. They'd rather be secure than have actual real freedom. But most creatives, they like painting outside the lines. They don't want to be inside lines. If anything, they want the biggest canvas ever. And then from that canvas, they want to like let their inspiration like paint that to make it like their vision of the world. And if you're in the same place, don't paint inside the lines. Have your vision and make it your reality. The thing is though, if you're going to paint that vision, like paint it right, paint it to where it stands out, paint it to where it's the only thing that can be shown as a representation of you, and there can't be a Xerox copy. So figuring out like if you're going to be free, be 100% free with the intention of sharing with the world, because this guy has the potential to be a great writer, but he has to identify himself as that, opposed to someone that is just really trying to make other people happy first, opposed to being the person that is inspired, that is writing, that's letting out what's inside of his heart in order to then like create like an actual real profession that many people have done. And seeing also where he's at in this journey, like if you look at your life as David Campbell's The Hero's Journey of, or Joseph Campbell, sorry, I don't know why the name David came in my head. Joseph Campbell, Hero's Journey, of seeing where you are at in your adventure. Because when you do, you're able to then like pinpoint that, like, yeah, I might be in a tough spot here, but here's a learning experience. And being able to have that learning experience, you then are able to then transform from that. And that transformation, that growth, allows you to then look back and take the lessons from it. So this guy is right in the middle of his journey, mid 20s, still plenty of things to do, things to understand, but knowing how he's going to look at life through what context of seeing himself wanting to please, like, the role of the people pleaser, sometimes where creatives go, right? Going the role of the people pleaser and then putting everyone else first and your creativity last. It's so energy draining. And those are the energy draining patterns that, and being able to not let those patterns dictate your life. It's like having a navigation system that stops everywhere else. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever taken an Uber or a Lyft, and instead of doing a share, taking an Uber for yourself, you do some sort of ride share where you have to go through all zigzag all through town before you finally get home. And the thing is, when you finally get home, you're so tired and you wish you put the little bit of effort in, paid the extra $1.50 or whatever, and just got a ride directly to where you wanted to go. It's the same thing with your energy. If you're clear on what your goal is and where you want to be creative wise, just get to where you need to go in order to live the life that you want to live. Because if people truly do care about you, as they should, then they will be there to support you. And if for a small time that they aren't, once you find your freedom, which will then give you your security, right? Then you have more than enough space to bring them into your world if you choose. So I just want to lead with that, and leave you with the thought of be aware of your environment and be aware of other people and understanding how that makes you feel. Because if your energy is not vibrant, especially as a creative, then you're missing out on the opportunity to be the person that you're meant to be. All right.